once again doing an analog 3D Funtastic video just for you all. That's right, the Analog 3D Fire Edition. Yes, it is here. So, we're going to go over all kinds of cool stuff, like the Analog 3D unboxing. Then we're going to go into detail as to what problems does the Analog 3D have with all of the Nintendo 64 games, because as you know, you really can't do everything, but we're going to go over that anyways. Oh, that's right. And we're covering Pokemon today as the gameplay of the day. So, let's get to unboxing this stuff and find out what's going on around here. So, today, once again, it starts out like this every time, everybody. The Analog 3D message has begun. And of course, on the back, you'll see that it says Analog Fire. Now let's open this puppy up and see what you get. Whoa, what is it, baby? That's right, once again, you get the foam pads on the inside. Oh, yeah. And this foam that fits over here, the big, nice, thick foam. And then we get us a nice piece of paper. Again, you know, everybody loves their paper. It's really strange that this paper is white translucent compared to the actual factory ones that come with the black one. You know, those ones are black paper. So, once again, you do get famous cards and some eraser sticks. Yeah, these eraser sticks are pretty helpful. This is what it tells you to do. Well, you take it on out of there. That's right, folks, we're taking it on out of there. What are we going to do? Oh my god, I should be worried. No, but I have like 1 million of these, so what the hell does it matter? So what you do in this situation with your foam pad and your eraser side is you stick these in the cartridge and you run it back and forth. Yeah, and you clean it up. Yeah, and they turn black. They look really weird. It's really crazy. Whenever you do it, they turn into this. Holy moly, what is that? That's a lot of dirt there. That's what that is. Now, you also get your famous sticker packs here. Oh, yeah. With the sticky stuff, everybody. Now, everybody's favorite sticky stuff. Check this out. Yeah. Yeah, we get all kinds of neat stuff. And then it's got a card you can scan. Quick Start Guide. Yeah, by the Analog. And then it tells you how to pair. The button is in the center of the console, people, as I have already went over several times in multiple videos. And just before you is a soft, fluffy Pokemon. Check out that Pokemon, everybody. Pika Pika. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Pikachu. Get out of here. There it be. The Analog from another dimension. The Fire Edition. It's actually orange, everybody. So, this one is the most baddest ass one of all, in my opinion. Check this thing out. Yeah. Look, you can look inside there. What's in there? Ghostbusters. More than meets the eye. Yeah. So, as you can see, you've got your 1, your 2, your 3, and your 4, baby. Yeah, and so this is a button you press to pair your little Bluetooth little controller from 8-Bit Doo-Doo Pants. So, this one right here, I think looks really cool. It's more see-through than the grape. So, and I think it's more see-through than the red one. Okay? So, it does look pretty good, though. And then you got your little analog symbol here. It does look cool, though. I mean, it's really cool looking. It really does look good, don't it? And then when you look in there, look at all that. Look at that. Man, that's nice looking. Yeah, that's nice. Nice. Boy, oh boy. So we get down to the bottom, and the orange, this is kind of like, it's not really orange. It's kind of more like an eraser pad color. You know, like those erasers you took to school back in the day when you went to school, you know? It's almost kind of that color. And, yeah, so you got your analog symbol there. And then you got some product information and stuff. And then, of course, on the sides, you got your vents. You know? Always keep those clean with like a Q-tip or something. but you shouldn't be playing it that much. You should keep it in a dust-free environment. So let's check this out. See, on the back side here, it's looking really good. You got your power, your USB, another USB, an HDMI, and then of course our famous, as always, we're going to pull the card out, and you got to pull it out like that. You don't push in. And the card looks pretty good. Look at that. It's got a little analog symbol on there. And then of course on the back side it has nothing. And there it be, everybody. The card just slides right in. You just push it in there. Nice, nice, nice. Now, we got a couple things to go over. Let's take a look here. So this one kind of comes with an off-color orange. It's kind of like a darker orange. Now, the light that you're seeing this in makes it look brighter, and the camera makes it look brighter. Okay, so the camera and the light kind of makes it look like it's a brighter orange, but it's not. It's actually really... it's kind of more of a dark orange, just so you know. So this is your power cube, you know, and it says, God, I don't know what the hell it says. What do you think it says? And so here we go. Of course, it'll give you colored stuff. Now, you can actually buy these cables online on Amazon that are colored like this. But they don't come with the analog symbol on them, you know, so you could always ask Analog if you could get a colored one, but I doubt they will. They'll be like, well, sorry, those are limited edition. And of course, this one here kind of has a little kink in it, you know, from them probably putting it together manually, you know. And then, of course, then you got your power cable here that comes with a sack of stuff that's really good to eat, apparently. Now, it's strange. It's written in English. Not eat, throw away. I like how it says that. Do not eat, throw away. And of course, the power cable here, once again, has an analog symbol on it. You know, really nice. But I probably wouldn't use these. These would be like backup, you know what I mean? But one thing that I really thought was really special is, of course, I've been ordering other things from Amazon. And I got these batteries, right? And I was thinking, man, they say Panasonic or something, you know, because I thought they were Panasonic batteries. But actually, they're not. They're Pisaming or something. And it says superpower battery. So cool, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. So weird. Is that an apple on there? What the heck is that? That looks like an apple, dude. What the heck is that? That is so weird. And as you can see, you know, it says, otherwise battery may explode or leak. It's just so funny. Ping Song Ming or something. Summing. Pin Sming. I don't know. It says general purpose on it. I mean, what the hell general purpose? Power. Superpower. Anyways, I just had to show the damn batteries. They're so ridiculous. Anyways, today's game that we're going to be playing today is none other than Pokemon Stadium 2. Why not Pokemon Stadium 1? Well, first off, Pokemon Stadium 1 really kind of sucked more. It didn't have as much as 2, and Pokemon Stadium 1 kind of looked a little crappier, so I'm going with this. As you can see, this one's in pretty damn good shape, and it is original. So this is going to be our game for the day. It's got 00 stamped. And not just that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there is going to be a problem that we're about to cover here in just a second. But before we get to that, let's check out this game. Oh, this is what the box looks like. Now, you notice over here it says designed for the transfer pack. That's what we're about to get to. Obviously, you probably already know. This one got smushed by a group of dinosaurs. Damn Pokemon, you know. Now, of course, I could always go online and probably buy one or something, you know. But you can tell it's original. Nope, I don't think it's original. This is a makeshift insert. Those are usually makeshifts. So, as you can see here, the booklet looks pretty damn good. Front and back. And it kind of tells you in here, you know, you got your basic Pokemon kind of stuff. It says it supports red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, Pokemon from these games. Now I wonder, does it also cover other games that were made after this? I have no idea, but it would be maybe worth trying. But we're not going to try that today. As you can see, it calls for a transfer pack, that your game goes into the transfer pack and the transfer pack goes into the actual controller. So that's what we're trying to cover today. Okay? Because the Analog 3D does not have everything that we need it to have. Okay? So I was kind of upset. You're going to see in the video how you can still play this Pokemon game without the transfer pack. Basically, you just pick some assigned guys and go in and fight. But I was really unhappy with the fact that you're going to have to use your original controllers in order to do that. Now, we do have solutions out there, everybody. We do have solutions. Look at this. Pokemon, everything, and you can name them. And you can have a full selection there of different Pokemon. Now, as far as it goes, let's get to some of this chase here. Okay, so, a lot of people, they may or may not have this, because this would usually come with the game, or the collector's edition, special edition, or the console. So, this is the transfer pack. Okay, and in order to play Pokemon Stadium 1 or Pokemon Stadium 2, Nintendo started doing this where you could play other things, other ways on their consoles. And it started with, actually like the Super Nintendo, but they kind of tried some stuff out with the first Nintendo. You notice the very bottom of the very first Nintendo had the internet thing that nobody uses. Well, in this situation, I say it started with Super Nintendo because that's where they added the mouse and all this other stuff. And then you could add a thing that goes in the top. I think could play games, Game Boy games, for the Super Nintendo. So that was really old, I think. So anyways, here's the transfer pack. Now your game goes into here. And then this goes into the bottom all retarded like or something. So it sticks out like a big horn, And so this here is designed to transfer all of your Pokemon. Now here's what's really weird. If you have a ton of Pokemon, that actually says in the game and in the pamphlet that you would basically plug your controller in. So you'll take your controller and you plug this in, and then you stick your game in there. And you leave it plugged in and turn off your Nintendo 64. It says to turn it off and just let it download all the stuff or something. So it's so weird. You could actually download all this stuff while it's turned off or something. I don't understand how that works, All of that communication is going through this flimsy-ass wire and 3 little dang prongs, which is power, ground, and signal. So, who knows, right, what it's communicating with. Anyways, this transfer pack allows for that information to be sent. Without it, there's no other way. Now, apparently, you can go online and download all your Pokemon from an internet ROM and put it on that flash drive in the file that is for Pokemon Stadium 2. We're not going to go into how to do that because, but tell too much, that'll be for another video, okay? So, of course, in this situation, the problem with the Analog 3D, it's not really a problem. I mean, it's just what it is. So, these controllers here, they have no hookup at all for the expansion pack, for the transfer pack, I should say. It has built-in rumble, and your saved game data saves on that 64 memory card that's built into the Analog, okay? So your games will save on there. You don't have to have the memory pack that goes into the bottom of these dang things, okay? Because this is an aftermarket controller, which goes really great with that. Look at that color. They match. They look exactly the same. Aftermarket controller, found on Amazon. I already did a video on this, so you should be able to go back and look. One of my videos shows these in a pack and where to get them. And this one matches that exactly. So if you're going old school, this here will work. And the transfer pack does plug into this just fine. As you can see, we'll kind of demonstrate here. It just goes in nice and easy. Now you can feel a slight, that's the same with the other one. So it goes in quite well. And there you have it, folks. You know? Oh, and there's a locking tab right here. So, I didn't even know. Did the other controller have a locking tab? Let's take a look. Why, by golly, it does. Well, they thought of everything, didn't they? You know how kids are. That shit's going to fly out of there. Now, so, when it comes to playing certain games on your analog, there's some limitations you're going to encounter. Unfortunately, yes, this Pokemon game is one of them. I love me some Pokemon, but to be honest, everybody, the best Pokemon games right now that are available on the Switch, okay? Not the Switch 2, not other stuff. Originally, the Pokemon games where you go out in the field and catch Pokemon, all these wild ones, and upgrade them and shit, that is the best Pokemon ever. I'm going to be honest, it really is. And they did different versions. One where it's like a Japanese town setting. One where it's like in a city. One that's you free roam everywhere. And the best way that Nintendo can really make it is if they do an open world Pokemon. And they share their open world Pokemon with other consoles like Xbox and PlayStation. That would set the world on fire. But they only share that one game is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to go crazy. I'm just saying that would be the bomb diggity. If you do not agree, let me know down in the comments. But yes, it would be awesome for everybody to just kind of join in. It'd be like Grand Theft Auto, maybe 60 people per server, you know, and you go in and catch Pokemon in a live open world where everybody can join in, and your friends, you go in there with your friends and go catch Pokemon, battle together, battle big bosses all throughout the world and the land, traveling to different continents and islands, getting on bicycles, riding on Pokemon. Remember back in the day, some of those other Pokemon games, like Game Boy ones that they remade and stuff, you could ride on your Pokemon or something like that. That was so cool. We need to keep that. So, you know, Pokemon was always a great game. It always has been, along with Zelda and all these things. Now, these are selling points for Nintendo. The problem we have is it's all Nintendo's fault that they didn't make one of these. Nintendo is a dumbass. That's right. Because Chris, you know, is pretty smart to have to say, hey, let's do this. Even though these are extremely limited and you'll never see them again, it really sucks. Okay? You can still buy the black ones and probably the white ones, but that's it. They're no longer making these anymore. Of course, that's for right now. That's what they say. So, we're going to check some stuff out. We're going to get to gameplay. Like I said, if you're really wanting something fun to do with this new analog, you could try leveling up Pokemon on your Game Boy, but that's really a headache. So this is really a bust when it comes to this game. This game here is kind of like useless for your analog. I mean, you could still, if you have your old files and nobody really wants to play a Game Boy, especially a Game Boy Color game. And the only way to really play those games any bit at all and make it fun is using your GameCube. Your GameCube with the Game Boy player that attaches to the bottom with the disc that goes in the GameCube. That's the only way I ever had any fun playing Pokemon, because the handheld Pokemon Game Boy games just sucked. I don't understand why they couldn't create an open world for this. It wasn't until the GameCube version that you actually could I have all of those. I don't know if it's a Coliseum, I think. Yeah, there's 2 of them or something like that. I don't know, but I have them put away because apparently they're worth like $500+. Wow, I know, right? So today we are covering Pokemon Stadium, everybody, and we're gonna show gameplay, and then after the gameplay about the transfer pack issue, and showing you the world after that. And you know, it is what it is, but the game doesn't look bad. It looks pretty all right. You got to remember, this was really back when Pokemon started, so the game is kind of basic. Whenever you shoot something, it's not like the new style stuff, but it plays good on there. And I'd say Analog, you know, your stuff's playing and looking good. All of my Nintendo 64 games and whatever ones I have hidden in the back room, we're going to cover all of those and more down the line, along with updates and information to the Analog 3D. Also, keep in mind, subscribe, hit the like button, because if you don't, then I may not think anybody gives a damn, and I might have to just stop making videos, but I don't think that'll happen. We're going to make videos forever. Anyways, there is something, though. What is that something? Dun, 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 dun. Is there something over here? What is it? What is it, everybody? What is it? Oh my God, it's another damn one. What's going on around here, people? What is it, another damn sealed Analog 3D? By God, I need to get help. Somebody help me today. I don't know if I can take it anymore. By yes, there are more. You can call Japan and tell them. Or China. Ha ha ha! It has begun! Okay, so let's check out this Pokemon Stadium 2, everybody. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, pretty well known. This is when Pokemon was starting up. Really, back in the late 90s, Pokemon started to flower like a bloom. So, of course, let's check this stuff out. Turn on the blah blah blah. Okay, so it talks about the transfer pack, which I do have, but using the 8-bit Do controller, this is where the problem falls into. So, if you take a look at Mod Retro's Lucky Palmer's M64, he's got a special controller that's coming out that you should be able to hook up your transfer pack and your Game Boy game pack to this game. Unfortunately, Analog, this is where Analog kind of fails at making something. When they make something that you're limited on their device because of this reason. Okay, you can't hook up your saved games that are on the memory sticks. You can't hook up your transfer packs. You can't hook up additional stuff. So if you're using their 8-bit Do controllers that are for this Nintendo 64, you'll notice whether it's the white or the black or the special edition ones that are colored, the Funtastic ones, or even that other one that looks like a N64 kind of controller in a way, that it doesn't hook up at all for any of this. So how do you do your transfer pack if you're using their setup? Well, you can't. So, unfortunately, we're going to play the game without. I'm not hooking up one of my other controllers. But as you can see, it says, find the stadium class as the lab and mini games here. So obviously you have to use the D-pad, not the analog part stick. So it says mystery gifts in the upper right. It says event battle. There is White City, and then there's battle now. So instead of Battle Now, let's go to White City. Okay, the stadium where battles are held. Test the Myrtle or Metal or something of your Pokemon with 4 sets of rules. So, obviously, I have no Pokemon because we're playing straight up here. So we're gonna, there's Little Cup, Poke Cup, Challenge Cup, and then Prime Cup. So we'll start with Little Cup, just to kind of see here. Registered Pokemon 0, registered Pokemon, rental only. So what is registered Pokemon? Once registered, the registered Pokemon may easily enter battles. Rental Pokemon may be registered. Up to 10 sets may be registered. Register Pokemon. Check registered Pokemon. Delete registered. So if you go to check, obviously I'm going to have nothing in here. This game, you really need to have your registered Pokemon from other video games. Yeah, doesn't that suck? So you pretty much have to go to rental only. And so rental is going to be, you know, they kind of knew this game. Enter that one. So a Charmander, you want a Bulbasaur. You're going to want, you can go down and pick your Pokemon here. So, you know, you could have a Geodude if you want. And, as you can see, they have quite a bit of stuff. We have to get us a Squirtle in there for sure. And of course, there is no Pikachu in here that I see. So we're gonna get the pony in there, and let's see, who else do we want? So this is kind of checking out the game. There's a Pichu, I guess, and then say okay. And as you can see, it says P through R there. Register complete, and there you have it. Continue. I know it says 2. You can go down and register more. So let's kind of go back, and let's say registered Pokemon. Choose from that, and you can use the LR buttons there. And I don't know why they would have so many different ones here. You have 1 set of registered Pokemon. Say OK. And then you're going to have a battle here. So I prefer to use my Pokemon, you know. So let's check out this game here. What's going on? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Okay, so you can select your fighting order by which ones you want to say. Okay, you get your 3 picks there.
Ready to roll. Pokemon Tournament Little Cup. The combatants are all still young Pokemon with little experience.
Go Squirtle! Yay! Squirtle!
Of doing in battle.
So water against water, I guess. Is that correct? Wow, so the screen kind of spins. It's enough to make you want to puke. It spins very fast.
Eyeing each other warily.
So using the D-pad or the C-pad, there's different stuff you have to select using the right and left buttons.
Ah, that didn't do much. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Rapid spin. Let's see what that does.
What's this? Oh, that was weak.
Of course, he has a shell, so it shouldn't hurt him much.
That was a glancing blow. A hot battle is unfolding.
So, hydro pump it is.
Hydro pump. Right, that's a hit. Down it goes. So, what will be the next Pokemon?
Alright.
Oh, it's Squirtle.
So,
from both competitors.
Squirtle versus a Squirtle. Let's, but water defeats fire, so we're gonna...
Here comes the Pokemon Switch.
We're gonna bring out,
Oh, it's Bulbasaur.
we're gonna bring out Bulbasaur because he's got a water. He gets to hit me first.
The hit glanced right off. How will this Pokemon Switch affect the flow of battle?
Sleep powder, huh? Cut, growl. We're gonna use Razor Leaf and see what happens there. Wow.
A single hit brings it down.
That really tore his butt up.
Just one Pokemon remains.
So Stadium was kind of like bring your Pokemon in there and fight.
The last Pokemon now.
This was probably a good game to fight with your friends if it's multiplayer, you know.
Become one-sided.
Okay, so what is that little thing over there? Jeez. Let's bring out a different Pokemon.
The trainer switching Pokemon. Oh, it's Charmander!
Now, of course,
it raised its special attack.
oh, your attack went up. Well, that's not going to last very long.
Pokemon
We're using Flamethrower and going to kill you in one shot. Check this out. Boom!
Flamethrower! Bullseye! That settles this battle.
And this is how Pokemon battles were fought back in the day. So as you guys can see, that's how it goes. We won. It says, that's strange, I'm going to catch better Pokemon. So it gives you a badge there. And I clicked continue, but that was only to see. So there's several battles there as you continue on. This game is really a cool game for those Pokemon enthusiasts there, you know. So if you're looking at the Pokemon that she's using, you can see that she has a couple of different types that could all easily be defeated by a Charmander, you know. So you would want to hit B for your Charmander, and then you could have your Squirtle, and then you can have your Bulbasaur, you know. And so that makes it kind of easy. Picking your first Pokemon is going to be your first selection, obviously, whichever button you pick. And most likely Charmander would tear all their butts up.
What's the opening game?
Now this is really just a battle of Pokemon, you know? So it's kind of like playing back in the day. You would battle with your friends, you know. But the card game was not like this at all. In fact, nobody really knew how to play the card game. We were just buying them. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much what we were doing.
Okay. How's that?
We're gonna see if Charmander can just take them out.
Ooh, flamethrower! Oh, that's a miss.
It's a
Both
miss.
Pokemon show
It
signs
dodged
of
the
fatigue.
flames. Well, that's a first. I'm gonna flame you again.
There, quick attack. That's it. Now
Whoa!
let's go.
Charmander got took out by a quick attack. What the hell kind of Charmander is
We'll
that?
Bring out a new Pokemon.
Well,
What will be next? Oh, it's Squirtle! One Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired.
so I wonder, can you heal your Pokemon? You know what I really like is going around to the cities and going out and catching Pokemon and getting them leveled up.
Hydro Pump!
The new Pokemon games are really the best Pokemon games out there. It doesn't get any better than what they have on the Nintendo Switch. So, a lot of people always are like, hey, check out my Pokemon, you know.
Commands are made.
So what they need is to allow Pokemon on all game systems where we can all play in a Pokemon virtual world where they all go collect Pokemon, you know, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, you know, go on out, you know, everybody jumps into a server of like 60 people going, you know, and you got your Pokemon in there, and then you can join and fight your friends and stuff like that. You know, but why is his mouse so fast and still alive? Boom, I'm dead.
Oh, quick collapse!
Oh, they're making my Pokemon really
There's
weak.
only one Pokemon left to come out.
You'd figure Charmander, if you'd gotten that hit in and this thing wasn't dodging all the time, I guess that's the ability of this Pokemon here, huh?
Oh, it's Bulbasaur! This is the last Pokemon. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants.
So he's literally got 2 life, and he's able to hit me before I can hit him. Is that because he picked before me?
A Razor Leaf Flurry! Nice! That's a hit! There it is! Knockout! What Pokemon will appear next?
Whatever happened to being able to heal your Pokemon?
Oh, it's
Is that in here?
One Pokemon.
It says run. What does
Now
run mean?
the real battle begins.
Can you actually run? It says S. Where is S? Is there an S in this game? I see Z. What the hell is S? Start button? Oh. Well, we're gonna finish this out. You sure as heck can't do much with that.
What's next? Great hit!
Jeez.
Hung on by the skin of its teeth.
What kind of damage you doing to me?
Will the next hit decide the outcome?
I don't know about this game. It seems kind of more like they're doing some excessive damage there on all my Pokemons. So, I'm not understanding why he gets to go first, because I'm gonna die.
Ow! Headbutt! That's it! That settles this battle. And there goes the battle!
Well, it sounds like the computer wins. Well, there you have it, folks. A Pokemon battle that you don't even, you know, this is why you bring your Pokemon over from your Game Boy. So that kind of gives you the idea of, you know, you get so many continues, I guess. You kind of go into this game. Let's see here. Just take a look. Event battle. I don't understand. Why does it say mystery gift up there? How do you get to that? So this is an arena for when you want to battle now. That's weird. Battle now. I don't know if that's for 4 players or what. Now this is stadium battles. Classes, the lab, and mini games are here. I didn't see mini games, but we'll check. Events. Are there events going on there? So wait a minute. What did I miss here? Okay, so there is something here. There's a Game Boy Tower. You can move your little stuff around. Play your Game Boy Pokemon here at the Game Boy Tower. Insert the game pack and transfer while you're... while the N64 is off. So you transfer your stuff while your game system's off. My room. This is your room. Try redecorating it for a change of pace. Over here is the lab. It can help check your Pokédex, organize items, and trade Pokemon. Way up here is the Gym Leader Castle. Awaits your arrival. Whoever reaches the top is the ultimate trainer. That's crazy. Up there is mini games. You play mini games here with your Pokemon and hope to join them for fun. Then way over here is free battle. Battle with your friends. Up to 4 players may take part in free battles. So you can hook up a whole bunch of stuff with multiple games, multiple Pokemon, and battle it out at your house, which is what made this game fun. Earl's Pokemon Academy. He'll teach you how to battle effectively. Yeah, okay. So then the stadium's in the middle. So, what's the deal with this house? Oh, there's no game pack. Yeah, so you're pretty much screwed. So, basically you have to have the game pack. So, this Analog 3D without having your stuff really kind of negates playing the game. Anyways, thanks for joining everybody. We checked out some Pokemon Stadium. It's a great game, but it's great back then. Remember, your Game Boy games, you'd really have to sit there and play your butt off with Game Boy. And the only way I really enjoyed Game Boy was on the GameCube. The GameCube had a device that you could plug into the bottom. You stick a disc in there and you could play your Game Boy Color, Game Boy games, and Game Boy Advanced games in your GameCube. And that's where I really had fun playing Pokemon. And that's really where I had fun playing any of my Game Boy games, because Game Boy just sucks. You know, walking around with a Game Boy, it's a battery operated thing. You know, it's basically to pass the time if you're on a road trip or something. And I don't know. You know, it's just, do you really need a little electronic device when you're sightseeing and going places? I mean, at this day and age, it's your phone that you do this with. But, of course, here we have it, folks. Pokemon Stadium. You might want to hook up your old school controllers, because those 8-bit analog duo controllers don't do crap for this game. Join me on the next adventure. We'll go over some more stuff. Till next time, dun dun dun.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.